If you're over 60, taking magnesium glycinate every day, yet still tossing and turning at night, feeling your heart suddenly race, or waking up with painful leg cramps, you're not alone. Studies show that more than 70% of older adults who take magnesium notice no real improvement. And here's why. You may believe that magnesium is the answer, but the truth is that it's not. The real cause is a deficiency in another mineral, one that produces symptoms almost identical to magnesium deficiency, but is dangerously overlooked until your health takes a steep decline. Linda, 68 from a senior center, carried a bottle of magnesium everywhere. 6 months of daily use, yet she was still struggling with insomnia, fatigue, and cramps. Only when she discovered this hidden culprit did everything change. Do you want to know what it is? Without this mineral, all the benefits of magnesium nearly disappear, while silently pushing you toward high blood pressure, irregular heartbeat, muscle weakness, without you even realizing it. In this video, I'll reveal the 4 most common mistakes that make magnesium useless and expose the hidden culprit that's even fooled doctors. Stay until the end so you don't miss it. And now, I want to hear from you. Where are you from, and what issues are you currently facing with your sleep? Heart health or muscles? Leave a comment below, and I'll read and personally respond to each one. If you're over 60 and have been taking magnesium glycinate faithfully every morning, yet you still wake up at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, your calves locked in a painful cramp, or your heart suddenly racing for no reason, the problem might not be your supplement at all. It might be when you take it. And for many seniors, this single mistake can quietly cancel out weeks, even months of effort. Here's what's happening. Picture a typical senior breakfast in the U.S. A steaming bowl of oatmeal topped with bananas, a slice of whole grain toast, maybe a glass of orange juice. It feels healthy. It is in many ways, but within minutes of eating, your blood sugar rises. Insulin kicks in, and your body starts moving glucose into your cells. The hidden catch. That same insulin surge pushes magnesium out through your kidneys faster than your body can hold on to it. This is why more than 70% of older adults who pair magnesium supplements with carb-heavy meals see little to no improvement in sleep, energy, or muscle comfort, no matter the brand or dosage. And it's not just refined carbs like white bread or pastries. Even healthy carbs, oatmeal, sweet potatoes, brown rice, still cause a glycemic spike when eaten in large portions, especially if there's little protein or fat to balance it. One gentleman I met at the senior center in Florida, Harold, 72, swore magnesium was a scam. He'd been taking it for 9 months without relief. When I asked him what he ate before his pill, he chuckled every morning. Big bowl of oatmeal with raisins. Then my magnesium, that oatmeal ritual, repeated day after day, was flushing away the very nutrient he was desperate to keep. The science is clear. High insulin levels increase urinary excretion of magnesium, essentially telling your body, though, we don't need this right now. It's a double hit for seniors because, as we age, our kidneys are already less efficient at reabsorbing minerals. The result, you can take the best magnesium in the world and still be running on empty. But here's the game changer. Shift that magnesium dose to after a meal rich in protein and healthy fats. Think scrambled pasture-raised eggs with avocado or wild-caught salmon on a bed of spinach drizzled with olive oil. And the difference can be night and day. Protein helps trigger digestive enzymes and stomach acid, making mineral absorption smoother. Healthy fats stabilize blood sugar, calm inflammation, and help keep magnesium where it belongs, inside your cells. A 2018 study in Nutrients confirmed that fat intake improves mineral absorption, including magnesium, when consumed with meals. And it's not about cutting carbs entirely, it's about timing and balance. If breakfast is your carb meal, simply move magnesium to lunch or dinner, or add enough protein and fat to soften that insulin spike. The painful truth is this: you could be losing sleep, living with constant muscle tightness, and blaming age, when in fact your timing is sabotaging you. And the hopeful truth: this is one of the easiest fixes you can make. No extra pills, no higher doses, just a smarter routine. In a moment, we'll get to another magnesium mistake that's just as common, and possibly even more damaging, one that hides in your daily habits and drains your levels before you even realize it. But first, think about your own routine. What's the meal you usually take magnesium with? Could that healthy choice actually be part of the problem? If you're still watching and feel these insights are helping, drop a 1 in the comments so I know you're here with me. And while you're at it, let me know, have you been struggling with constant fatigue, restless nights, or that annoying racing heartbeat? I read and respond to every single comment, so your story matters here. Now, let's talk about something that catches so many people off guard: the quiet but powerful effect of alcohol and caffeine on your magnesium levels. It's one of those things that seems harmless, even comforting, until you connect the dots between your daily habits and why your symptoms aren't improving. Picture this: you've taken your magnesium faithfully for months, hoping for calmer nerves and better sleep. Yet, every morning starts with a cup of strong coffee, and a few nights a weekend with a glass of wine. Seems normal enough, right? But here's what most people don't realize. Both alcohol and caffeine act like open floodgates, washing magnesium out of your system before it ever has a chance to do its job. Studies have shown that alcohol isn't just a mild diuretic. It actively pulls essential minerals like magnesium out through your urine, and it also blocks your intestines from absorbing what's left. Even moderate drinking can cut your magnesium levels down significantly. It's a double-edged sword. That wake-up boost also speeds up mineral loss, especially when you have more than 1 or 2 cups a day. And here's the kicker: both substances raise your stress hormone, cortisol, which makes your body crave even more magnesium just to keep up. Most people think, I can just take a higher dose to make up for it. But what if you're only creating a cycle where your body is constantly running on empty, no matter how much you take? Imagine pouring water into a bucket with a hole at the bottom. That's what happens when you mix high caffeine or alcohol intake with magnesium supplements. So, what's the solution? First, timing matters. Never take your magnesium within an hour of coffee, tea, or alcohol. Give your body a fair shot to absorb it without interference. Second, hydrate well. Plain water or herbal tea can help offset the diuretic effect. And third, if cutting back feels hard, start with small swaps. Replace your second cup of coffee with chicory root coffee or decaf. Trade your weeknight wine for sparkling water with lemon. These changes may feel small, but they give your body the breathing room it needs to hold on to the magnesium you're working so hard to get. I know habits are personal. I've sat with friends in their 70s who swore their nightly bourbon was just a little treat. But when they paused it for even 2 weeks, pairing that change with the right magnesium routine, they felt a real difference: deeper sleep, steadier energy, calmer heartbeats. If you've been wondering why your magnesium isn't delivering the relief you expected, this might be the hidden leak in your health plan. And trust me, the next mistake we'll uncover is even more common, and it's one you'll want to catch before it quietly undermines your progress. Skipping alcohol and caffeine might make you feel like magnesium will finally start working. But for many older adults, the frustration continues. The cramps linger, the fatigue doesn't fade, and the heart still skips beats. Because magnesium doesn't work alone. It's like building a house with bricks but no mortar. The structure simply won't hold. The truth is, your body needs specific helpers to absorb, activate, and keep magnesium where it's needed. Without them, it's like pouring water into a leaky bucket. The nutrient slips away before you can feel the benefits. Zinc is the first. It quietly helps move magnesium into your cells, where it fuels your muscles, calms your nerves, and keeps your heartbeat steady. Yet countless older adults are low in zinc without realizing it, especially those avoiding red meat or seafood. Without zinc, much of the magnesium you take can just sit in your gut, never reaching its destination. Then there's vitamin B6, the driver that delivers magnesium to the right address in your body. Without it, most of your magnesium gets lost along the way. But too much B6, especially over 100 millimoles a day, can cause lasting nerve damage. A safe level for most seniors, under 20 milliliters daily, ideally from a mix of food and balanced supplements. Vitamin D3 and K2 also play an unsung role, guiding both magnesium and calcium like conductors leading an orchestra. D3 boosts magnesium absorption, while K2 keeps calcium in your bones instead of clogging your arteries. Ignore them, and you risk brittle bones and hardened arteries, a double blow to your health. So how can you put this into practice? Add 10 to 20 milligrams of zinc glycinate daily, paired with 1 milligram of copper for every 10 to 15 milligrams of zinc to stay balanced. Keep vitamin B6 under 20 milligrams per day. And if you get little sun, take 2,000, 4,000 IU of vitamin D3 with 10 mcg of K2, MK7 per 1,000 IU of D3. If your magnesium routine hasn't delivered results, it might not be your body's fault, but the absence of this support network. Fix that, and you may finally feel the change you've been waiting for. But before you adjust your nutrient team, there's still one trap quietly stealing magnesium's benefits. And it's right there on the label of the bottle you trust every day. Magnesium is one of the most essential minerals. But the harsh truth is that not all magnesium supplements on the market actually deliver what they promise. In fact, many products may be misleading you right from the label. You might be taking them faithfully every day, believing you're nourishing your body, but the actual magnesium your body absorbs could be just a fraction of the bold number printed on the package. It's like buying a full bottle of water, only to open it and find it half empty, and worse, the rest might contain things you'd never want to drink. Here's a common example. Many supplements display 500 mg magnesium glycinate on the front, but in reality, that's the weight of the compound, not the elemental magnesium your body can actually use. When you break it down, that 500 milligrams might only provide about 50 to 80 milligrams of true magnesium. If you don't know how to read the supplement facts label, you could be underdosing for months without realizing it, all while wondering why your health isn't improving. It doesn't stop there. Some brands also pack their products with additives that sound harmless in marketing, but carry potential long-term risks, like magnesium stearate, titanium dioxide, or microcrystalline cellulose. These can make tablets smoother, prevent clumping, or extend shelf life, but they may also interfere with nutrient absorption or trigger inflammation if your digestive or immune system is already sensitive. So, what should you do? First, get into the habit of reading labels carefully. Look for the term elemental magnesium and its corresponding amount. Prioritize forms backed by research for high absorption, such as magnesium glycinate, citrate, or malate, and avoid products with a long list of unnecessary fillers. If needed, consult a pharmacist or doctor to choose the right type and dosage for your needs. And here's the part most people overlook. Even if you choose the right magnesium and take the right dose, there could still be a deeper reason your body isn't improving, and it's not about magnesium at all. Another culprit could be silently mimicking the symptoms of magnesium deficiency, leading you to treat the wrong problem. In the next section, you'll see why missing this cause can make your health decline quickly, no matter how hard you try. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, let me know you're here by commenting the number 1 below. I read every single comment and respond with the best advice I can give, tailored to your situation. Now, let's talk about one of the most surprising hidden culprits that can make magnesium seem useless, even if you're taking it perfectly: potassium deficiency. It sounds simple, but it's one of the most overlooked health gaps in older adults, and it can feel almost identical to low magnesium. Fatigue that lingers no matter how much you rest, muscle cramps that wake you in the night, heart palpitations that send a jolt of fear through you, irritability that feels out of character. These can all be signs of either low magnesium or low potassium. And here's the problem. If you're treating the wrong one, you can go months or even years without real relief. In fact, research shows that about 98% of Americans don't get enough potassium from their diet. That's almost everyone. The causes range from eating too few fresh fruits and vegetables, to losing potassium through certain medications, to simply not realizing how much the body needs each day to keep the heart, muscles, and nervous system stable. And when potassium is too low, it doesn't just make you uncomfortable. It can raise blood pressure, disrupt heart rhythm, weaken muscles, and increase the strain on your kidneys. What makes this even more dangerous is that many older adults try to solve the problem by increasing magnesium alone. But without enough potassium, your cells still can't function optimally, and magnesium's benefits are muted. It's like adding oil to a car engine with no gas. The machine still won't run. The safest and most effective way to raise potassium is through whole foods: avocados, spinach, Swiss chard, white beans, cooked beets, sweet potato, and watermelon are excellent sources. Avocados, in particular, are a powerhouse. They offer potassium plus healthy fats that help stabilize blood sugar and support heart health. But here's a crucial warning: if you have any kidney problems, talk to your doctor before making big changes to your potassium intake, because too much can be just as risky as too little. So before you keep adjusting your magnesium dose or switching brands, consider this: could potassium deficiency be the missing piece in your health puzzle? In the next section, we'll uncover another common mistake that silently robs your body of the minerals it needs. One you might be doing every single morning without thinking twice. You might think your morning habits are harmless, even healthy. But what if one of them is quietly undoing all your efforts to keep your body strong and your mind sharp? I've seen it over and over in older adults, people taking all the right supplements, eating all the right foods, yet still struggling with fatigue, joint pain, or brain fog because of a single routine they never question. For many, it's that first drink in the morning. No, I'm not talking about coffee, though. We'll come back to that. I'm talking about fruit juice, especially when it's labeled 100% natural or no sugar added. It's the perfect example of how marketing can mislead us. We've been told for decades that starting the day with a glass of orange juice is the healthy choice. But what if that glass is spiking your blood sugar, draining your magnesium and potassium stores, and setting you up for an energy crash by mid-morning. The science is clear. Even natural fruit juice delivers a concentrated hit of sugar without the fiber that whole fruit provides. This sudden spike forces your body to release a surge of insulin, which not only drives your blood sugar back down too quickly, making you feel tired and irritable, but also increases the excretion of key minerals. Over time, that daily healthy glass can contribute to the very symptoms you're trying to avoid: muscle cramps, mood swings, poor sleep, and even high blood pressure. One of my patients, a 68-year-old retired teacher, swore by her morning juice for vitamins and energy, yet she couldn't understand why her leg cramps kept getting worse, even with magnesium supplements. When she switched to eating a whole orange instead, fiber and all her blood sugar stabilized, her cramps faded, and her energy returned within weeks. So what's the better alternative? Start your morning with water to rehydrate after sleep. Then pair your breakfast with whole fruits instead of juice. If you enjoy a warm beverage, opt for green tea or black coffee in moderation, ideally after you've eaten something with protein and healthy fats to buffer the impact on your minerals. And if you love the idea of a morning drink, try blending whole fruit with leafy greens and a source of healthy fat like avocado or almond butter. This way, you're getting fiber, slower sugar absorption, and longer-lasting energy. Remember, it's often the habits we've had for decades that need the closest examination. If something as simple as swapping juice for whole fruit can protect your minerals, steady your energy, and improve your mood, isn't it worth trying? But before you think this is the only morning mistake draining your health, wait until you hear about another one, this time involving a drink. Most people over 60 swear they'll never give up, and yet it could be making your supplements nearly useless. Today, we've covered so much from meal combinations that flush magnesium right out of your system to daily habits like coffee, alcohol, or fruit juice that seem harmless but quietly drain the minerals your body needs. We've also uncovered the supporting nutrients like zinc, B6, D3, and K2, and the often overlooked potassium gap that can mimic magnesium deficiency almost perfectly. All of it leads to one truth: it's not just what you take, but how you take it, when you take it, and what you pair it with that determines the results. I've met so many people in their 60s, 70s, even 80s who once believed fatigue, sleepless nights, and cramps were simply part of aging. But with just one or two small changes, they noticed real differences: brighter eyes, lighter smiles, and most importantly, the belief that the best days are still ahead. I want that for you too. You deserve mornings without pain, days full of energy, and nights of deep, peaceful sleep. If today's video brought you clarity or hope, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. I'd also love to know where you're watching from and which tip you'll try. First, leave a comment, and I'll read and respond to every single one. And if you feel moved to help me continue making in-depth, ad-free health videos, your small donation will be a source of encouragement and allow me to keep creating content, as well as dedicating time to answering every question from our community. In the next video, I'll reveal a morning habit many believe is great for health, yet it silently harms your heart, joints, and brain. You definitely won't want to miss it.